going on, guess what? The battle up front's getting a little tighter. Here comes Ambrose, closing on Juan Pablo Montoya, and in third place, Kurt Busch, making a fine run right now.
I'm sure Montoya's team's been telling him Ambrose has been coming and running fast laps, but this is the first time he's seen it firsthand. He's got him right in the mirror now.
I guess the question is, if he gets up close to him, how much will he want to use up the car, especially those brakes, just to get the lead?
He'll want to use them a lot, because if he can get by this car, if he can get by Montoya, he can get out there and set his own pace and use the brakes the way he wants to use them.
And we got a lot of laps, but this literally could be the pass for the win, because there's so much strategy involved in how difficult it is to pass, especially someone like Marcus Ambrose, who has such a good race car and such great skills here.
Well, you saw on turn one that Juan Pablo lit the brakes up a little bit, smoking the right rear tire, going down into one. Here we go, heading for the bus stop. Gives him something to think about, but Ambrose pulls back in.
You're going to see these guys use that strategy of just pulling out of the mirror, just getting out of the, moving over, even if they're not there. That guy in front doesn't know how far up he is when he can't see him.
Through turn 5. Ambrose not close enough to make it an issue, heading to a 6.
Yeah, and even though these guys utilize, most drivers and teams will utilize about 3 spotters around this racetrack, you still can't rely on, as a driver, them to know and be able to see exactly what's taking place there.
Coming through turn 11 again. Marcus close enough. Is he close enough to make a pass at the other end of this front straightaway?
Doesn't look like it this lap.
We've completed 34 of 90 laps. Again, he looks inside, thinks better of it. Montoya has led 27 of them. McMurray 5, Marcus 2. They've been our 3 leaders. We've had 4 lead changes. We're on board with Marcus.
Yeah, up through a very fast part of the racetrack here. You can't lose the nose following a car up here, and there's not much room either way. But if you're going to try to make a move at the end of this straightaway to dive inside, then you've got to try to hang with him.
Here he goes, taking another look. Can he outbrake him? Not this time.
Boy, he sure made Montoya drive hard into that corner.
Boy, he did. You can see Montoya's car wiggle a little bit, which meant he was on the brakes a little harder. A little nudge right here.
Right on his back bumper, through 5.
These are 2 great road racers going at it.
This is fun to watch. Hope you are enjoying this at home. We're not even halfway through this race yet. These guys are running like it's the last 2 laps.
You know, Ambrose seems to have the ability to really charge a corner hard, not slow his car down, but not be out of shape in the center, and then get the drive off. Most other drivers, if they're going to get that drive off, then they can't get to the corner that hard, and he's just able to do all the things that you have to do to be really, really fast. See him close in once again. See Montoya actually slide the right front tire just a little bit in the center of the corner there.
Coming up through the S's. Here they go again.
Montoya. One place looks like Montoya is better than Ambrose is in this part of the track.
Well, I think it's a lot of it may be, or some of it may be the fact that when you're the car behind there, you're not getting the air to your nose of your car, and so you're having to kind of float through there a little bit, and so then you lose a little bit of time because you can't stay completely in the throttle. He's in the throttle here, though.
Just to let you know, folks, we're staying on this because this is the best battle on the racetrack. This is the one that's nose to tail, and it just happens.
Oh, look at that.
Race
look
lead.
at that.
Here we go.
Off the track.
He's going to make a move right here. Montoya knows it, too. You see him trying to block.
Here he comes. Can he make it stick? He's looking to the inside. Montoya's having none of it.
Okay, if Ambrose get a good run off this corner, he can make that pass in turn 1.
Oh, so close to that safer barrier.
Montoya got off the corner pretty good, though.
Yeah, this makes it so hard when you have 2 guys with just exceptional talent here.
Here we go. He takes another look, but again, just not close enough to dive for the corner.
Well, that's such a great shot from Ambrose's car to see just how Montoya's driving this thing, and he's having to walk it around. It's just loose that he's staying in the throttle.
It's like you say, Dale, I think just having that lead really helps Montoya up through the S's. That's probably the fastest part of the racetrack in the corners.
While these two have been knocking each other tooth and nail, the guy behind, Kurt Busch, is holding station very well. He's not letting those 2 get away from him by that much.
No, but even as hard as they're racing each other right here, they're still running the 2 fastest laps on the track, which is pretty amazing. You'd think most of the time, because you're looking in the mirror, if you're the guy in the lead, the guy behind obviously is wanting to try to go, and you'd be slowing down some, but that's not the case with these 2.
While you continue to watch this, let me update you. Behind Kurt Busch in third, it's A.J. Allmendinger fourth, Carl Edwards fifth, Jimmy McMurray sixth, and Greg Biffle in seventh. Let's try it one more time going down towards turn number one.
Looks like Ambrose kind of settled down just a little bit right here for a lap or so.
Yeah, he has a little bit. And I'll tell you what makes it more difficult for him trying to make this pass is the engine that's in that 42 car. I mean, he's doing a great job of driving, but you can see him stretch it out on these straightaways, and that's a big advantage to him.
And that's another place. That engine really helps up through this section of the racetrack, up this hill.
Well, maybe he's changed his strategy. Instead of diving for turn one, trying to get the momentum coming up here, maybe get him going into the bus stop.
Well, as you try, as you go around with each lap, you think about something a little bit different. Okay, I'm not going to be able to make the pass right here, so I have to try out a little different strategy.
Can't get it done again. They follow each other, nose to tail through the bus stop chicane. This has been going on now for about, what, the last 4 or 5 laps. There's been less than a car length between the two of them for most of each one of those laps.
We talk about the ability that Ambrose has, but just I tell you, leading in a situation like this on a road course, I mean, there's so many opportunities just to overdrive it just a little bit, and that guy behind you is going to pounce. Montoya hasn't wavered not 1 inch.
Well, he hasn't flinched. You're right. I mean, that's got to be difficult to do what he's doing from the lead.
Let's give it one more shot here down the front straightaway. We've been watching this for the better part of 8 minutes right now, and there's another thing maybe we need to think about it. Maybe Marcus is saying, hey, I got to let these brakes breathe a little bit, cool them down, maybe take a little run a little bit later.
Yeah, there are definitely some of the times that he has to pull out to cool his engine and his brakes some.
Well, I'll let you know as we get ready to head to commercial break. Elliott Sadler had a bit of an off, no contact, no yellow. He's back on track. He's A-OK. Back here at the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at Watkins Glen, presented by GoDaddy.com, and sure enough, we stayed with it for 8 minutes. The minute we go away, guess what happened? Marcus Ambrose gets around the 42 of Juan Pablo Montoya. Let's take you back and show you what happened.
He was just dogging him in every corner here, and you can see him go high and low. This is coming down into turn one. He was able to outbrake him here, take that spot away.
They've been going at each other for so many laps that I think Marcus looked in the mirror, saw that 2 car. You can see right there, he's getting closer. Kurt Busch, he said, I got to go.
Yeah, because if the 2 car gets to him, he's got to play defense a little bit. He can't be on the offense nearly as much, so he made things happen.
Inner loop now.
And we got
a coming in.
Bobby Labonte in a very precarious position.